Hello friends, you are watching ISC Mathematics and we are solving the exercise of chapter number 13 section and midpoint formulae. In the last class we have completed till question number 13. Now we will solve question number 14 onwards. Okay, in question number 14, line segment AB is given. You are given the coordinates of point A 6, 5 and point B -3, 2. Okay, this line segment is divided by y-axis in some point. Let us draw a graph and try to understand this. Okay, we have 6, 5 point A and B -3, 2. Clear? This is -3, 2. This is divided by y-axis in some point. Say point P is the point of intersection of line segment AB and y-axis. Obviously, coordinate of point P will be 0, y because point P lies on y-axis. Let us write down. Let P 0, y be a point on y-axis such that the ratio AP is to PB is not given. We will consider it to be m:n, such that the ratio AP is to PB is m:n. Remember that we have to find the ratio m:n and also the coordinates of point P. Clear? So we will use the section formula over here. Obviously x1, y1 are the coordinates of A and x2, y2 are the coordinates of B and coordinates of P are x and y. So coordinates of point P will be given by x is equals to mx2 plus mx1 upon m plus n, y is equals to my2 plus ny1 upon m plus n. Okay, now we will substitute the values. Value of x is 0, so 0 is equals to m is m only, x2 is -3 plus n into x1 is 6 upon n plus n, and y is equals to m into 2 plus n into 5 upon m plus n. This second equation we will give number 1. First equation we will further simplify to find out the ratio m:n. So 0 is equals to -3m plus 6n upon m plus n. Now m plus n multiplied by 0 will be 0, and therefore 0 is equals to -3m plus 6n, and therefore 3m is equal to 6n, and therefore m by n is equals to 6 by 3, implies m:n is equals to 2:1. So we got the ratio m:n. Now value of m and n we will put in equation 1 to get the value of y coordinate. Clear? So let us do that now. Substituting value of m and n in equation 1. So y is equals to 2m plus 5n upon m plus n. This is equation 1. Okay, here for m we will put 2 and for n 1, and therefore y is equals to 2 into 2 plus 5 into 1 upon 2 plus 1, and therefore Clear? Please note down fast. Okay, now question number 15 we will solve. Okay, again here coordinates of 2 points A and B are given, and it is given that point P divides the join of AB in the ratio 1:2. Okay, question number 15. It is given that point P divides the join of AB in the ratio 1:2. A has coordinates -4, 1 and B has coordinates 17, 10. Coordinates of A are -4, 1 and coordinates of point B are 17, 10. Okay, point P divides AB in the ratio 1:2. We have to first find the coordinates of P, then other questions are there in the same. So obviously coordinates of A are x1, y1, coordinates of B are x2, y2. Okay, this is m is to n. So let us find out the coordinates of P by using section formula. Therefore, coordinates of point P are x is equals to mx2 plus nx1 upon m plus n, and y is equal to m by 2 plus ny1 upon m plus n. Therefore, x is equals to m is 1 into 17 plus 2 into -4 upon 1 plus 2, and y is equals to 1 into 10 plus 2 into 1 upon 1 plus 2. Therefore, x is equal to 17 minus 8 upon 3, and y is equal to 10 plus 2 by 3. Therefore, x is equal to 9 upon 3 and y is equal to 12 upon 3, and therefore finally we will get x is equals to 3 and y is equals to 4, and therefore coordinates of point P are 3, 4. So we got the first answer. We had to find the coordinates of point P, and coordinates of point P we got to be 3, 4. Clear? Now another question is there. This was 15, number 1. Now number 2, we have to find the distance of point P from the origin. Now we have seen this formula, distance formula. Distance of any point from the origin is given by square root of x square plus y square. We have learned this formula in class 9. In the beginning of this chapter also I explained you the formula. So let us recall that formula. Distance of any point from origin. Okay. Distance of point P from origin O given by OP is equal to square root of x square plus y square. where x and y are the coordinates of the given point. In this case we are given point P. So x is 3 and y is 4. Therefore OP is equal to 3 square plus 4 square is equals to 9 plus 16 is equals to square root of 25, and therefore OP is equals to 5 units. This is the distance of point P from the origin. This is our second answer. Now one more answer we have to find out. Let us see what is that. Okay, in what ratio does the y-axis divide the line AB? Now as we have done in the previous question, here also it is given that AB is divided by y-axis. So we will take some point on y-axis. What will be the coordinate of that point on y-axis? Obviously 0, y. Clear? So let us consider that point Q is a point on y-axis. Okay, having coordinates 0, y, and then we will find the ratio AQ is to QB, that is M is to N we have to find out. Okay, now number 3. Let Q0, y be the point on y-axis such that AQ is to QB is equals to M is to N. Clear? Yes or no? So x1, y1 and x2, y2 will remain same. Coordinates of A are x1, y1, coordinates of B are x2, y2. Clear? X will be 0 and y will be y only in the formula. Clear? So therefore coordinates of point Q will be given by x is equal to mx2 plus nx1 upon n plus n, and y is equal to my2 plus ny1 upon n plus n. Clear? Okay, and then put the values. X is 0, therefore 0 is equals to m. We have to find out x2 is 17 plus n into x1 is minus 4 upon m plus n, and y is y only, m into 10 plus n into 1 upon m plus n. Okay, since we want to find the ratio only, we don't have to find the coordinates of Q. Clear? So we will simplify now this equation further to get the ratio m is to n. Okay, and therefore 0 is equal to 17m minus 4n upon m plus n. Therefore 0 is equal to 70n minus 4n. Therefore 4n is equal to 70m. Therefore 4 upon 70 is equal to m is to n, or ratio m is to n is equal to 4 is to 17, and therefore Q divides, or A and B is divided by y-axis in the ratio 4 is to C. We will write down that statement. Therefore AB is divided by y-axis in the ratio 4 is to 70. Please note down. Okay, now let us solve question number 16. Question number 16. Okay, a line segment joining point P and Q okay, coordinates of point P are given to be -4, 5. Say this is point P having coordinates -4, 5 and Q has coordinates 3, 2. Yes or no? Now the join of PQ divides y-axis in some point R. Obviously the coordinates of R will be of the form 0, y. The two perpendiculars PM and QN are drawn on x-axis. Clear? Okay, here three things we have to find: the ratio PR is to RQ, then coordinates of R, and then area of trapezium PM and Q. Three things. Okay, so let us consider that the ratio PR is to RQ is M is to N. Okay, P -4, 5 and Q 3, 2 are given. Okay, let R 0, y be a point on y-axis such that PR is to RQ is equals to M is to N. Now we will use the section formula. Therefore, coordinates of R are given by x is equals to mx2 plus nx1 upon m plus n, and y is equals to my2 plus ny1 upon m plus n. Okay, coordinates of P will be x1, y1, coordinates of Q will be x2, y2, and coordinates of R will be x, y. Clear? So let us substitute. Okay, x is 0 and therefore 0 is equals to m. We have to find x2 is 3 plus n into x1 is -4 upon m plus n, and y is equals to m into 2 plus n into 5 upon m plus n. Say this is number 1. Let us simplify this equation. Therefore 0 is equals to 3m minus 4n upon m plus n. Therefore 0 is equal to 3m minus 4n. Therefore 4n is equals to 3m. Therefore 4 upon 3 is equals to m upon n. And therefore ratio m is to n is 4 is to 3. So we got the ratio m is to n to be 4 is to 3. This is the first answer. Okay, and therefore AR is to RQ is 4 is to 3. This is answer number 1. Now we have to find the coordinates of R. So we have to calculate y. We can substitute the value of m and n in equation 1 to calculate y. So let us do this over here. Okay. Now substituting value of m and n in equation 1. So we have y is equals to 2m plus 5n upon m plus n. Therefore y is equals to 2 into 4 plus 5 into 3 upon 4 plus 3. Y is equals to 8 plus 15 by 7. Okay, and therefore y will be equal to 23 upon 7, and therefore coordinates of point R will be 0, 23 upon 7. Is it clear? Okay, we got the coordinates of point R. And therefore coordinates of point R are 0, 23 upon 7. This is the second answer, answer number 2. Okay, now we have to find the area of quadrilateral PMNQ. Now if you observe this quadrilateral PMNQ, you will notice that this is a trapezium with PM and QN parallel side and MN distance between them. Okay, let us recall the formula to calculate the area of a trapezium, that is half into sum of parallel sides into distance between them. So we have lengths of parallel sides PM represented by y coordinate 5, Qn given by y coordinate 2. So we have parallel sides, lengths of parallel sides with us. Okay, we have to calculate distance Mn. Now what is the value of Mn? Okay, we know that the distance On will be the x coordinate of point Q, so that is 3 units. Clear? And similarly distance OM will be the x coordinates of point P, irrespective of its sign, because we want distance, and distance we will consider to be positive only. So OM is 4 units, ON is 3 units, and therefore MN will be 4 plus 3, 7 units. Clear? And therefore now we can use the formula. Okay, let us write down the description. In trapezium PMNQ, PM is 5 units, QN is 2 units, and MN is equals to OM plus ON is equal to 4 plus 3 is equal to 7. And now we will apply the formula. Therefore area of trapezium PMNQ is equals to half into sum of parallel sides, that is PM plus QN, multiplied by distance between them is MN. So half into 5 plus 2 into 7. So half into 7 into 7 is equals to 49 upon 2 is equals to 24.5 square units. Here, so this is the final answer. I hope you have understood this question. Okay, now let us solve the next question, that is question number 17. are given respectively on x and y axis. Now P is a point on line segment AB. Coordinates of point P are given. Yes or no? We have to find the coordinates of A and B. You are not given any ratio. Let us draw this figure. AB point P minus 3 comma 1. Okay. Okay, ratio is given 2:3. We have to find the coordinates of A and B. So let us do that. Now we know that point A lies on x-axis, so its coordinates will be of the form x, 0. Similarly, B lies on y-axis, so its coordinates will be of the form 0, y. Okay, so let us write down. Let A x, 0 and B 0, y be points on x-axis and y-axis respectively. Okay, point P minus 3, 1 is a point on AB such that the ratio AP is to PB is 2:3. Clear? Okay, we will consider the coordinates. Here also we will use the same section formula only. Coordinates of point A we will take as x1, y1. Coordinates of B we will take as x2, y2. And coordinates of point P we will consider as x, y. Okay, and this is M and N. Now let us put the formula. Coordinates of point P. Coordinates of point P will be given by x is equal to mx2 plus mx1 upon m plus n, and y is equals to m by 2 plus n by 1 upon m plus n. Now let us substitute the value. Therefore x is equals to, okay, m, value of x and y are given. X is minus 3 and y is 1. So x is minus 3. Minus 3 is equals to m is 2 into x2 is 0 plus 3 into x1 is x upon 2 plus 3, and y is 1. 1 is equals to 2 into y plus 3 into 0 upon 2 plus 3. Let us simplify. Minus 3 is equals to 3x by 5 and 1 is equals to 2y upon 5. Therefore x is equals to, we will get minus 5 and y is equals to 5 upon 2. Clear? And therefore coordinates of point A are minus 5, 0 and coordinates of B will be 0, 5 upon 2. Now let us solve the next question, that is question number 18. Okay, in question number 18, Okay, points A minus 5 comma A and B 10 comma minus 4 are given. Now the join of line segment AB is trisected by the coordinate axis. Okay, we have to find the points of trisection of AB. So let us represent these points on the graph and try to understand the fact. Okay, we have x, y axis. O is origin, A is minus 5, 8. So suppose somewhere here let us take point A minus 5, 8 and then 10 minus 4. Okay. Minus 4, this is point B, this is A, and now let us join AB. Clear? So now we have two points of intersection with the coordinate axis. Suppose this point represents P and this point is represented by Q. Okay, now point P, since it is on y axis, coordinates will be 0, y, and since Q is on x axis, the coordinates will be x, 0. Now we have to show that line segment AB is trisected by coordinate axis. It means P and Q are the points of trisection. It means we have to prove what? AB is to PB is to AP is to PQ is to QB is 1 is to 1 is to 1. P and Q are points of trisection, means we have AP, PQ and QB are of equal length. So the ratio AP is to PQ is to QB must always be 1 is to 1 is to 1. Clear? So in order to show that P and Q are points of trisection, we have to prove that AP is to PQ is to QB is 1 is to 1 is to 1. To do that, first we will find out the ratio AP is to QB, then we will calculate the ratio AQ is to QB, yes or no? And then we will take the ratio AP, PQ and QB we will find out. Clear? Okay, so let us do that. Okay, now first we will find the ratio AP is to PB, and for that what we will do, we will use the section formula only. Okay, coordinates of A and B are given. Coordinates of A are minus 5, 8. Okay, so let us use the section formula, or let P0, y and Qx, 0 be points on y axis and x axis respectively. Okay, now we will find out the ratio AP is to PB first. Clear? So for that we will do what? To find the AP is to PB, we will use the section formula. So coordinates of point P, we will put the section formula only. X is equals to mx2 plus nx1 upon m plus n, and y is equals to my2 plus ny1 upon m plus n. Clear? Now put the value. X is 0, y is y only, and coordinates of A are x1, y1, coordinates of B are x2, y2, and therefore 0 is equals to m into 10 plus n into minus 5 upon m plus n, and y is equals to m into minus 4 plus n into 8 upon m plus n. Therefore 0 is equals to 10m minus 5n upon m plus n. Clear? And is to PB is 1 is to 2. Now we will find out AQ is to QB. Yes or no? Okay, AQ is to QB we will find out. Acha, before finding AQ is to QB, what we can do? We can substitute the value of M and N in this. Let us number this as equation number 1, so that we will obtain the parallelly we will obtain the coordinates of point P. Clear? So now, okay, this is result number say 2. Okay, this is 1. Now we will substitute the value. Substituting the value of M and N in equation 1. Therefore y is equals to minus 4m plus 8n upon m plus n. This is equation 1, and therefore y is equals to minus 4 into 1 plus 8 into 2 upon 1 plus 2 is equals to minus 4 plus 16 upon 3. Okay, and therefore y will be equal to 12 by 3 and therefore 4, and therefore y is equals to 4 we got, and therefore coordinates of point P are 0, 4. Clear? So we got the coordinates of point P. Now we will prove that the ratio AQ is to QB is 2 is to 1. Yes or no? Now coordinates of Q. Again we will put the section formula to calculate the coordinates of Q. X is equals to mx2 plus nx1 upon m plus n, and y is equals to m by 2 plus n by 1 upon m plus n. Okay, now here in this case x will be x but y will be 0. Okay, and the other values will remain same. For example, x and y, as we had placed previously, x1 y1 and x2 y2, the values will remain same. So x is equals to m into 10 plus n into minus 5 upon m plus n, and y is equals to, okay, y will be 0 here, m into minus 4 plus n into 8 upon m plus n. Now let us simplify to get the first ratio m is to n using this equation, and then value of m and we will put in this equation. Let us number this equation to be number 3. Okay, now substituting value of m and n in equation 3. Okay, in equation 3, and but before that we will simplify this. Afterwards we are going to substitute. Okay, so 0 is equals to minus 4m plus 8n upon m plus n. Therefore 0 is equals to minus 4m plus 8n. Therefore 4m is equals to 8n. Therefore m by n is equals to 8 by 4, implies m is to n is equals to 2 is to 1. Clear? and therefore we will write down, therefore ratio AQ is to QB is 2:1. Say this is number 4. Okay, so now from 2 and 4, AP is to PB is 1:2, and AQ is to QB will be 2:1, and therefore AP is to PQ is to QB ratio will be 1:1:1. Yes or no? Even if you don't write this, it will do. If AP is to PB 1:2 and AQ is to QB 2:1, it means that, okay, let us not write this statement, it will do. Okay, and therefore we will write down that P and Q are points of trisection. Clear? Now we will put the value of M and N from equation 4 in equation 3 to get the values of x coordinate of point Q. So let us substitute. Now substituting value of M and N from equation 4 in equation 3. Okay, so we have this equation 3, and now let us put the values. Therefore x is equals to M is 2, so 2 into 10 plus 1 into minus 5 upon 2 plus 1, which will be equal to x is equals to 20 minus 5 upon 3 is equals to 15 upon 3 is equals to 5, and therefore coordinates of Q are 5, 6. Here, so we got the two coordinates, coordinates of point P and coordinates of point Q. So I hope you have understood this question very well. Okay, so in order to prove that any 2 points are the points of trisection, suppose P and Q are the given points on line segment AB, then AB is to QB must be 1:2, and AQ is to AB is to PB 1:2, and AQ is to QB 2:1. Clear? In this way we will prove these two ratios, and on the basis of this we can say that P and Q are points of trisection. Now let us solve next question, question number 19. Okay, in question number 19, you are given the midpoints of BC, C and AB of triangle ABC to be D, E and F. We are given triangle ABC. D is the midpoint of BC, E is the midpoint of AC, and F is the midpoint of AB. Coordinates of D, E and F are given. Okay, coordinates of D are 2, 1. Coordinates of E, yes, D are 2, 1, E are -1, -3, and F are 4, 5. Coordinates of A we will take x1, y1, B x2, y2, and C x3, y3. Okay, and we have to find the coordinates of A, B, C. So we have to find the values x1, y1, x2, y2, and x3, y3. Okay, here we will recall the midpoint formula. Midpoint of any line segment is given by x1 plus x2 by 2 and y1 plus y2 by 2. So x coordinate of the midpoint is x1 plus x2 by 2, and y coordinate is y1 plus y2 by 2. Okay, let us begin with f. F is the midpoint of AB. Before that we will write down, let A x1 y1 be x2 y2 and C x3 y3 be vertices of triangle ABC D2, 1 A minus 1, minus 3 and F 4, 5 are midpoints of BC, CA and AB respectively. Here, okay, so first F is the midpoint of AB. F is the midpoint of AB and therefore coordinates of F, x is equal to x1 plus x2 by 2 and y is equal to y1 plus y2 by 2. Okay, here x1, y1 and x2, y2 are respectively coordinates of A and B, while x and y are the coordinates of F. So value of x is 4 and value of y is 5. So let us substitute. Therefore 4 is equal to x1 plus x2 by 2 and 5 is equal to y1 plus y2 by 2. Okay, so we will simplify. 4 2 are 8 is equal to x1 plus x2 number 1 and 10 is equal to y1 plus y2 number 2. Okay, similarly D is midpoint of BC. Now D is midpoint of BC and therefore we will get that x2 plus x3 by 2 is equals to 2 and y2 plus y3 by 2 is equal to 1. Okay, and therefore x2 plus x3 by 2 is equals to 2 and y2 plus y3 by 2 is equal to 1. Therefore x2 plus x3 is equal to 4 and y2 plus y3 is equals to 2. Let us number them. Equation 3 and 4. Okay, similarly E is the midpoint of AC. E is the midpoint of AC and therefore x1 plus x3 by 2 is equal to x coordinate of E is minus 1 and y1 plus y3 by 2 will be equal to minus 3 and therefore we will get two more equation. X1 plus x3 is equals to minus 2 number 5 and y1 plus y3 is equals to minus 6. This is equation number 6. Clear? Now we'll add 1, 3, 5 and 2, 4, 6. Separately we will add. First 1, 3 and 5 and then 2, 4, 6. Clear? So let us add this equation on the left side. Okay, adding 1, 3 and 5 and 2, 4 and 6. So if we add 1, 3, 5, so x plus x, 2x, x1 plus x1, 2x1, x2 plus x2, 2x2. Similarly x3 plus x3, 2x3. So 2x1 plus 2x2 plus 2x3. So on left side we can take 2 common. 2 into we have x1 plus 12 minus 2, 10, and therefore x1 plus x2 plus x3 is equal to 5. Similarly, adding 2, 4, 6. So 2y1 plus 2y2 plus 2y3, we will get 2 into y1 plus y2 plus y3 is equal to, okay, 10 plus 2, 12, 12 minus 6, 6, and therefore y1 plus y2 plus y3 is equal to 3. Let us number them as 7 and 8. Clear? Now one by one we will substitute 1, 3 and 5 in equation 7. Okay, if when you substitute equation 1, x1 plus x2 is 8. So when you put for x1 plus x2 8, 8 plus x3 is equal to 5. Clear? So okay, now let us write down okay, substituting equation 1 in 7. Okay, what was the value? X1 plus x2, that was 8. Yes or no? So 8 plus x3 is equal to 5, and therefore x3 is equal to 5 minus 8, we will get minus 3. Okay, similarly, if we substitute equation 3 and 5 respectively in equation 7, one by one. First we will substitute 3, then 5. Okay, when you substitute 3, that is x2 plus x3 is equal to 4, you substitute, so 5 minus 4, x1 will be 1. Yes or no? So we will get x1 is equal to 1 and okay, x1 plus x3 minus 2. So 5 x2 minus 2 is equal to 5. So x2 is equal to 5 plus 2, that is 7. Okay, so x2 equal to 7. Clear? Now 7 plus 1, 8, and 8 minus 3 will be 5. Clear? So our values are right, x1, x2 and x3. Yes or no? Now similarly, substituting equation 4, 6 and 2, 4 and 6 in equation 8. Yes or no? We will get respectively the values of y3, y1 and y2. So let me write down. Okay, y2 plus y3 is 3. y2 plus y3 is 2. And y1 plus y3 is 6. We don't know what was y1 plus y2, but that I will find out. Okay. Similarly, or and substituting equation 2, 4 and 6 respectively in equation 8, we get y3 is equal to okay, what was equation 1? y1 plus y2, y1 plus y2 by 2 is equals to 5. So y1 plus y2 is equal to 10. Okay, so if you substitute here y1 plus y2 is equals to 10, so 3 minus 10 we will get minus 7. Yes or no? And then y2 plus y3, y2 plus y3 we have noted down, that is 2. Okay, y2 plus y3 by 2 is equals to 1. Yes. Okay, so let us substitute y2 plus y3 2. So y1 will be 1 and y2 will be substituting 6 for y1 plus y3, we will get y2 to be minus 3. Yes or no? So 3 minus 6 will be minus 3. Okay, now let us add the three values. Minus 7, minus 3, minus 10 plus 1. Okay, there is some mistake. Okay, again let us find out what was the value of y1 plus y2. y1 plus y2 by 2 is equals to 5. So y1 plus y2 10. 10 minus 3. Okay, minus 7. That is right only. Then y2 plus y3 was equal to 1. Yes or no? So y2 plus y3 will be y2 plus y3 by 2 was 1. So y2 plus y3 2. Okay, so and the last one is y1 plus y3. Actually it was, I think, minus 6. Yes or no? Because y1 plus y3 by 2 is equal, yes, it was minus 6 here. So substituting minus 6, so 9 you will get y2. Okay, now let us check. 9 plus 1 10, 10 minus 7 3. Okay, so now we got the values of x1, x2, x3 and y1, y2, y3. So we can find out the coordinates of ABC. Let me write down the coordinates of ABC. Okay, and therefore coordinates of A, B and C are x1, y1, x1 is 1 and y1 is 1, x2, y2, x2 is 7, y2 is 9 and x3, y3 minus 3 minus 7. Here, so this is the answer. Okay, the coordinates of A, B and C. Here. Okay, 1179 minus 3 minus 7, this is the right answer. Now let us solve the next question. Question number 21. Okay, question number 20. 19 we have solved, now we will solve question number 20. Okay, question number 20. Prove that the points A, B, C and D are vertices of parallelogram. We are given 4 points A, minus 2, minus 1, B, 1, 0, C, 4, 3 and D. A, B, C, D, 1, 2 are the vertices of parallelogram ABCD. Okay, if ABCD are the vertices of parallelogram, so in that case we have to remember the properties of parallelogram. Let us recall the properties. We know that in parallelogram the diagonals bisect. Okay, in other words, the midpoint of diagonal AC will be equal to midpoint of diagonal BD. So if you want to show that ABCD is a parallelogram, then we will find the midpoint of AC and midpoint of BD separately. If both the values are equal, then we can say that ABCD is a parallelogram. Yes or no? So let us find out here midpoint of AC. Okay, x is equal to x1 plus x2 by 2 and y is equals to y1 plus y2 by 2. Okay, we have to find the midpoint of A and C. So in that case, coordinates of A x1, y1 and coordinates of C x2, y2. So therefore x is equal to minus 2 plus 4 upon 2 and y is equal to minus 1 plus 3 upon 2. Therefore x is equal to 2 upon 2 and y is equal to 2 upon 2. coordinates of midpoint of AC are 1, 1. Now we will calculate the coordinates of BD. Midpoint of BD. Again, x is equal to x1 plus x2 by 2 and y is equal to y1 plus y2 by 2. So now we have to find out the midpoint of BD. So coordinates of B we will take as x1, y1 and coordinates of D as x2, y2 or vice versa you can take. Okay. So 1 plus 1 by 2, therefore x is equal to 1 plus 1 by 2 and y is equal to 0 plus 2 upon 2. Therefore x is equals to 2 by 2, y is equals to 2 by 2, x is equals to 1 and y is equal to 1, and therefore midpoint of BD is also 1, 1. Therefore midpoint of BD is 1, 1. Now we know that midpoint of AC and midpoint of BD are equal, and therefore we can say that ABCD is a parallelogram. So that last statement we will write down from 1 and 2. We can say that midpoint of AC is equals to midpoint of BD. So let me write down. So from 1 and 2 we can say that midpoint of AC is equals to midpoint of BD, and therefore ABCD is a parallelogram. Yes? Okay. Now let us solve next question, that is question number 21. Okay, now question number 21. Okay, let us solve question number 21. Okay, points A minus 2 comma minus 1, B 1 comma 0, C 4 comma 3, A comma 3, minus 2 minus 1, 1 0, A 3 and D 1 comma B are the vertices of a parallelogram. Are vertices of parallelogram ABCD. Okay, we have to find the values of A and B. Just in the previous question we have seen that if ABCD is a parallelogram, then the midpoint of diagonal AC will be equal to midpoint of diagonal BD. So just we will equate and find out the value of A and B. Okay, so we will write down, since ABCD is a parallelogram and therefore midpoint of AC will be equal to midpoint of BD. Okay, so midpoint of AC, A and C, x1, y1, x2, y2. So x1 plus x2 by 2, that is minus 2 plus A by 2. Okay. Comma. Okay. Let me write down in the form of coordinates, and y1 plus y2 by 2 is equal to, this is the midpoint of AC, x coordinate and y coordinate, yes or no? So x1 plus x2 minus 2 plus a by 2 and minus 1 plus 3 by 2. Now similarly midpoint of BD, so again x1 plus x2 by 2, that is 1 plus 1 upon 2 and 0 plus b upon 2. Clear? Further simplify, so minus 2 plus a by 2 comma 2 by 2 will be 1, will be equal to 1 and b upon 2. Now the two points are equal, so their corresponding coordinates will be equal. So we will equate x coordinate with x coordinate and y with y, and therefore minus 2 plus a upon 2 is equals to 1 and 1 is equals to b upon 2 plus a is equals to 2, therefore a is equals to, we will get 4 and here b is equals to 2. Okay, so these are the values of a and b. Value of a is 4 and value of b is 2. Clear? So this is question number 21. This was very easy question. Now let us solve question number 22. Okay, question number 22. The three vertices of a parallelogram ABCD taken in order are A minus 1 comma 0, B 3 comma 1 and C 2 comma 2. We have to find the coordinates of the fourth vertex D. Okay, so we will consider the coordinate of D to be x and y. Let x comma y be the coordinates of fourth vertex D. Clear? So A, B, C, D, A minus 1, 0, B 3 comma 1, C 2 comma 2 and D is x comma y. Okay, again since it is a parallelogram, the midpoint of AC will be equal to midpoint of BD only, so same result we will use. Okay, and therefore, okay, here we will write down that ABCD is a parallelogram and therefore midpoint of BD is equals to midpoint of AC. So let us find out midpoint of BD, that is x1 plus x2 by 2, or you can take this x1 y1 x2 by 2. So x plus 3 upon 2 and y plus 1 upon 2 on the left side. So x plus 3 upon 2 comma y plus 1 upon 2 is equals to AC minus 1 plus 2 by 2 minus 1 plus 2 upon 2 and 0 plus 2 upon 2. And now we will equate the coordinates. Therefore, let me write down one more step, is equals to minus 1 plus 2, that is 1 upon 2 and 2 upon 2 will be 1. Now we will equate x coordinate and y coordinates respectively. Y plus 1 by 2 is equals to 1, x plus 3 is equals to 1, x is equal to minus 2, y plus 1 is equals to 2 and y is equal to, and therefore coordinates of D are minus 2 comma 1. Coordinates of D are minus 2 comma 1. Okay, so this was again an easy question. one question number 10 is left. So total 8 questions are left that we will complete in the last video. I hope you have understood all the questions. If any queries, please get back to me. I will clear